Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to a build video in The Sims 4. As I said in my reverse 100 baby challenge, I was going to redo his apartment to make it into a bachelor pad. So this is what this video is, me redoing his apartment. If you've ever played with this apartment before, it does have gremlins, so not very excited about my stuff breaking that I bought, but it's fine, I suppose. So what I wanted to do with his apartment was make it into the ultimate eligible bachelor pad, even though he's not really eligible, he's just, you know, impregnating all the women's. Yeah, so I wanted to go with some like grays and blue colors. I just thought that was kind of clean looking and more modern looking, I suppose. You'll see all of the things that I do in this video, obviously. In the last playthrough, he had like put out food, so we have some of his I think there's fruit salad on the cutting board, and I'm not sure what is in the bowl, but he was in the process of making something before I did this. Yeah, so I kind of wanted to make the kitchen a little bit bigger in a way, have more counter space, because it was just really small. And so I made it into almost a galley kitchen, but not quite, since I don't have a wall on that side. But I did use the island counters to make more seating space, since originally I think there was a table in the middle of the kitchen floor with like 2 chairs. I did put another table with 2 chairs just so that he had a table in there, but I also wanted to include a little bit more seating. Not that he has a whole lot of guests over, but you know, if I decide to play with him beyond just making children all over the neighborhood, then maybe I'll have his kids come over or something when he has like a birthday party or something like that. But yeah, so this is me kind of redoing the kitchen. I really liked the original counters that were there. I like that dark wooden color and the gray countertop on there, so I just kept those and went with the islands that matched and the cabinetry that matched as well. Yeah, so this is me changing the walls to kind of a grayish blue color. I really like that dark trim on there, and then I did the backsplash on the back side of the kitchen of that kind of almost subway tile looking tile, but I don't know what it's called. I'd have to look again. And I decided to do hardwood floors with the help of my husband, who helped me decide that there should be hardwood floors in there. And he also helped me decide the colors of the bathroom. Yeah, so I'm putting in hardwood floors in the living area, and then I do it again in the bedroom area. I put tile in the bathroom and in the kitchen, so there's no carpet whatsoever, but I do add in a lot of rugs later on. And I made the bathroom kind of a blue and gray color as well. So I wanted his bedroom to be a little bit fancier than the rest of the apartment, just because it should be a little bit nicer, especially since, you know, that's pretty much where all of the women are going to end up, right? Yeah, I guess they could woohoo in the shower too, but I don't know. Actually, I don't know that they can, because I don't put in a regular shower. You'll see what I'm talking about in a little bit. But yeah, so that's the kitchen pretty much done. Then I start working on the bedroom. I changed where the bed originally was. It was on the opposite wall. When I was doing this bedroom, I realized how very narrow it is, so I didn't put a whole lot in there when I got finished with that. And then now I'm working on the bathroom. I was gonna put in a regular shower, but then I decided to make my own. I really like that shower from the university pack. I use it a lot when I build because you can kind of customize what your showers look like. So I made it into kind of a walk-in shower spa looking thing, with the like spa day doors and windows, and I thought it looked really cool. Personally, I would like a shower like that. It's not a huge shower, but it's much bigger than what it would be if it were a pre-made shower, like in the block. So yeah, there's my shower. I was pretty proud of that. And then I made his bathroom a kind of spa feel almost, but very clean and modern looking. Not a whole lot of super details that I put into this apartment, because most bachelor apartments that I've ever been in don't really have a whole lot of like artwork or whatever. Most of the time they are spent on, you know, electronics and whatever. So I really like this mirror. I didn't like how you could see it behind the sink, but I left it anyway because I just like that backlighting of it. It gives it a really clean look to it. And I don't know, I just liked it, so I left it. So half the mirror is behind the sink, and that's fine. One thing I will say about this is that I was using no cheats with this whatsoever, because for some reason my cheat box won't come up when I put it in, when I put in Shift Control C. I don't know why. It's been doing it the last couple times that I've played. If you know why, please tell me, because I would like it to be fixed. It makes me very sad that it doesn't work, especially with building, because I use the move objects a lot, so that I can kind of get the look that I want. So this apartment, it looks good in my opinion, but it's not quite. There's things about it that I would do differently with the move objects on, but it works. And I also didn't have the ability to do any money cheats to make this better. So actually what I did was moved in a bunch of Sims from the households that didn't have any place to live, and I ended up moving Clement Frost in. And in case you're doing any challenges that you need money really quick, definitely woo Clement Frost, because he gave me $500,000 simoleons, not dollars. I wish someone would give me $500,000. But yeah, so that's something that I'm going to keep in mind in the future, especially if I do a rags to riches or legacy challenge or anything like that I need money. I was surprised that he gave me that much money. So I moved all of them into the household, took all of their money except for 20,000 simoleons, and then I moved all of the people that I moved in out. And you'll see in a short while a bunch of people standing outside of the elevator shaft, because those were all the people that I moved in, and then I moved out and they just were still there. So yeah. All right, so this is me working on the bedroom again. I put in the bed because I wanted to kind of see where it was gonna go, if I liked it against the window, things like that. And so I decided to make this bedroom kind of modern-ish. I used the tiny living lamp over there. I really like that lamp. I don't understand how it's tiny living because it takes up an entire block, but you know, I don't ask questions, or at least I don't get answers for them, so that's fine. It would just make sense to me that, like, you could put something on the lamp since it's got like a little table at the bottom, but you can't. I don't think. I don't think. Can you? I don't think you can, but that's fine. Yeah, so I'm putting in a dresser. I really was undecided of like what I wanted to do in the bedroom. I knew that I wanted to put in some kind of exercise something, a punching bag, a treadmill, something. I knew that I wanted him to kind of work out and things. And I did add in a hamper and the stacked washer and dryer. I just feel like in an apartment this nice, you would have laundry in the facility in your apartment. So that's what I did. So I'm going to be annoyed with laundry during this, but that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, so as you can see, I ran out of money just a second ago, and now I suddenly have $600,000. Well, thank you for all of the lovely people who, moved in with me, gave me all their money, and then I kicked them out. Thanks. Thanks, friends. I appreciate you. Yeah, so this is finishing up the kitchen a little bit, adding in just those little tiny details, clutter. I'm still not very good with clutter. Like, I don't know, I like when I see it in other people's builds, but like when I put it in, it doesn't look right to me. It looks really dumb to me. So I don't do it very often, I suppose. Yeah, I don't know. I know there's an art to it, but I'm not good at it. And I think rugs frustrate me more than anything else in builds, because when you size them up, a lot of the time they're like way too big when you size them up. And then if you size them down, sometimes they don't fit in the space that you want them to be. So it doesn't really make any sense. Yeah. So I was adding in curtains. After I put in 3 windows of curtains, I was like, oh, wow, that's way too many curtains. So I decided to do kind of like the panels. And I would like to say, granted, nobody cares about what I say, but I would like to say that I don't think we have very good options for curtains whatsoever in The Sims 4. I mean, we don't have a lot of good options for most build stuff, even though the build items are like so phenomenal and they're like the selling point of the game. But there's just so few options for things like the couches. There are terrible options for couches. I've never seen anything like it. Like, at least with The Sims 2, you had like these ridiculous outlandish couches, which were very Sims-like. You know, in The Sims 1, you had ridiculous furniture and wallpaper and things. But The Sims 2 kind of went for a more realistic look with still that Sims element of like weirdness. But you had like the rundown couches that were like really old looking, and like the flannel couches, and the like almost suede looking couches with like the big fat pillows. I don't know. I just don't think there's enough options for a lot of the furniture in the build mode items for The Sims 4. And I guess, granted, I don't have all of the packs right now, but I've been watching a lot of the the actual famous YouTubers do builds and like shell challenges and things of like every room is a pack or what is a certain pack or whatever. And it's just very prevalent. Nope. Very apparent that there's really not enough stuff that comes with each of the packs. And I'm not knocking The Sims 4, but also I am, because I expect a lot out of The Sims, out of EA, because they've done such amazing things with all of them, and The Sims 4 really has fallen flat. The graphics are amazing. The gameplay is not there. There's not really enough build items. I don't do custom content. I don't do mods. So you shouldn't make a game with the assumption that people are gonna do that stuff. Like, you should just include that stuff already. You know what I mean? Like, we shouldn't have to do that. It should just be there. But I digress. So I'm finally working on the living room. I could not figure out how I wanted to set this up whatsoever. I didn't really like the way that it was set up originally, with like the couch in the middle of the floor with the TV like right in front of the windows, but I still kind of ended up doing that. Not quite as like in the middle of everything, but it is still facing, the TV is still right by the window, and it's facing like towards the kitchen area. But yeah, I really didn't know what kind of look I wanted. I wanted this apartment to be clean looking and kind of modern, but also have a little bit like of an element of being a bachelor pad. Like, this is where this man lives who likes to impregnate women. That sounds horrible, but that's essentially what I'm making him do. Poor Dax. So I found these chairs. I think they're from, I can't remember what they're from. I'm sure some of you know, but I found them and I really like them. I almost saw it. I really like them. And then I found this table that I really, really liked. I would like this in person, like in real life, to be honest. It's very cool looking. And I kind of like the modern look of them. They look more comfortable than most of the furniture for like the living room area, but you know. And then I added a little treadmill in there, and of course like a gaming system, because everybody needs a gaming system in their living room, right? Yeah, I wasn't really sure where to put that either. I didn't want to put a table in front of a table in the living room because I thought that was ridiculous. I think I did try out a table in there and I was like, that looks terrible. So I just went without a table, and I put it by the floor, in the floor, not by the floor. And then I found a little dining room table for him, in addition to the 3 island seats. I just put in 2 chairs for this, and I put in a laptop on one side of it. So really only one chair is usable to eat with, unless there has been that glitch of them putting food on top of the laptop, which is, that's something for sure. Yep. So then I'm just adding little details in, adding artwork, adding junk, adding plants, things like that. Just kind of making it a little bit more realistic feeling almost, and not so like show apartment-y. Like, I want it to look like someone actually lives here in a way. Yeah. So once this is done, I'll show you a compare and contrast of the original apartment and then what I did. And I really like how this turned out. I would live here personally. I would put up a lot more things on the wall, but that's just me. Yeah, so adding in the finishing touches, making sure there's enough lighting. I didn't want too much lighting because it's still an apartment, and I wanted to put that element in of like, I don't know if you've ever lived in an apartment, but every apartment pretty much that I've lived in has had terrible lighting. Like no overhead lighting in the main areas whatsoever, which is like one of the biggest pet peeves of mine. No overhead lighting, as I sit here with like just 2 lamps on, but that's fine. I have overhead lighting available. Yeah, so it was just always really weird lighting in apartments that I lived in. And then I put a little bookshelf in, and I felt like it still needed some stuff on the wall, so I put in some random artwork that I found, that fish one, and then I wanted kind of a more motivational kind of thing above the treadmill, more sportsy, I guess, than anything. So we did that picture, and then I think I added a cactus, and that's about it. Yeah. Yeah, so there's the apartment. I thought it was really cute looking. I'm pretty proud of it. The food on the counters cracked me up, to be honest. Adding a little bit more lighting because I decided, yes, there should be overhead lighting. So there's all my people that I moved out. I took a little tour, excuse the shakiness of it. But like I said, I'm going to show you pictures in a second of the before and afters. Yeah, I really like this apartment. I like how it turned out. So here's the before and afters.